Hello, South Carolina teachers. My name is Tom Gant, and I'm a Senior Product Specialist with Amplify, and I'm here to talk to you about Amplify Science K-5 materials and resources for your review. The first thing I want to point out is that you will be receiving boxes. This one is from grade 3. This is what we call our sample box. So I'm going to go through what's in a sample box, and then I'm going to go through what's in our full curriculum bin. So when I start with the sample box, you'll notice this is where the box would originate from, and this would have slid right out. In this sample box, this is an example from grade 3. You're going to find some wonderful resources. You will have in the sample box 1 unit teacher guide. Keep in mind, there's a teacher guide for every unit. If you're a kindergarten, first grade, or second grade teacher, you have 3 units of instruction with Amplify Science. If you're a third, fourth, or fifth grade teacher, you would have 4 units. So then you would either have 3 teacher guides or 4 teacher guides, depending on your grade level. But in our sample box, we provide 1 teacher guide for your review. But you're also going to see I have 4 other sections in grade 3. Remember, grade 3 has 4 units. In grade 1K, 1, and 2, you just have 3 other sections instead of 4 for those 3 units. In this section here, you're going to find the awesome student resources. So one thing a lot of people think about Amplify Science is that, oh, they're a kit company or they're a digital company. Both are incorrect. We're actually a comprehensive curriculum provider for K-5, actually K-8 science. And so what you're going to find is that with every unit, students are going to be reading literacy, scientific literacy, embedded throughout our program. So you're going to see copies of the 5 unique titles designed and written for our curriculum by our full curriculum development team. These are great. Everything also exists digitally, but I just want to make sure you understand that we have these print copies for every unit. So there's 5 unique readers for each of the units. Also in your sample box, you're going to see what we call our student investigation notebook. So students need to make evidence-based claims, draw out or write out their findings. And so these are copies of what each student could work in if they're going to work on paper. Keep in mind, we have a full one-to-one digital solution where these pages are alive on a screen, where kids can interact with drawing tools, record voice, take pictures, and included also on these live pages. But a lot of schools, we want to work in print, and so we provide these print resources as well. So each unit would have a student investigation notebook, and so I can look at all 4 of my student investigation notebooks here. Now over on the other side, you're going to see some of our marketing material about how we immerse scientists into compelling real-world problems. Every unit with Amplify Science, students are going to explore a really cool phenomenon, and they get to take on the role of a scientist or engineer throughout that entire unit. For example, up here on my screen, I'm a pinball machine engineer. That's our kindergartners. They get to be pinball machine engineers learning about forces. How cool is that? You're also going to see some information about the hands-on activities included in the program, our phenomena that describes the role the students play in every unit, grades K through 5, our approach to assessment, because there has been a change in the way we assess science with the 3-dimensional standards, English school Spanish language support. Elementary school Spanish language support. We have our entire program, so all these resources that I'm going to go through can be fully available in Espanol. In fact, for balancing forces from grade 3, here's my investigation notebook in Spanish. That includes all the wall materials, unit questions, chapter questions, all the other things that come with our program are available in both English and Spanish fully. So definitely check out this great marketing material here. And so this is what we call our sample box. This is not the full curriculum bin. So what's next over here? This is a full curriculum bin. So you would have a curriculum bin for each unit. So in this particular grade 3, I would have 4, and they're labeled right here. And when you're done teaching that one unit, you just put everything back in, stack it away until the next time you're going to teach that the following year. Now I'm going to open this bin, and they're very durable. I love the quality. You're going to find we have a packing list. This is great. You can always check it off and put things back in when you're done teaching the unit. If the packing list goes missing, don't worry. You can print our material list from the digital teacher accounts. We put the packing list to the side. Now, the first thing I'm going to find is my own teacher copy of that student investigation notebook. So think of it as your black line master. But in our digital experience as a teacher, I can print off pages as well from there. So you have both options, but it's nice that you have your own personal copy of that investigation notebook. Then, all the great print resources, my unit questions, my vocabulary cards, my headers for vocabulary, chapter questions, right here, my chapter questions, key concept cards. You don't have to print these out. It's done for you. Our program makes it so easy, and it's on heavy cardstock. Durable, you don't have to laminate unless you want to. And what's also nice, let's say one of my visual vocabulary cards goes missing. No worries, I can reprint any of this from my teacher platform, the same place I can reprint any pages from those notebooks. So you always have options for a blended model of instruction, or fully digital, or fully in print. Now I'm going to take this top box out and we're going to go deeper. Now keep in mind, the sample box here gives you that sliver, of the reading resources, the investigation notebook, and an example of our teacher guides. This is the bin, the curriculum bin that you would have to teach. So inside here are the student readers. So I can see in this middle section right here, there's like a separate category, and I can pull out my 5 unique titles. So I have that literacy-rich instruction when I'm looking for evidence and making claims and supporting ideas as I work through our program. Now, what's really nice out of these 5 titles, one of them is a reference book. So let me get to my reference book for this particular unit. Now in this unit, this is great for energy conversions. Students are going to be electrical engineers trying to figure out, why is the town having frequent blackouts? A real world phenomenon. And so as they do so, they're going to be reading about energy. In one of our books, in every unit, you'll see it says reference book. So students are going to learn literacy skills in science to go to the table of contents, find information about that particular idea, and go deeper into the text. So we have a lot of great strategies for using these. So inside here, there's 5 unique titles, and there's 18 copies of each. So 96 books are in here. Now, the class size for this curriculum bin is 36. So I'm taking that 18 and multiplying it twice. We believe in a partnered reading approach. Now, we also have these digital. So they're online, so you can have every student also pull them up on their device. They come in English and Spanish, and they also have the audio feature where a student can press play and read to them. And we also have videos of teachers reading these texts. So a lot of different ways to access all learners when we're engaging in scientific literacy. I'm gonna put those back in. Now on both sides of this divider, I have all the hands-on materials for those great scientific investigations. So in this unit, remember, they're figuring out electrical systems. So I have my wires with my alligator clips. I have fans with motors. Students are going to go outside with solar panels that we have in here, build electrical circuits, making fans go, making motors work. They're going to do all these great investigations. They're also going to work inside with battery supplies, all these great ways in which to figure out how systems work in order to make sure that that town stops having those frequent blackouts. So in our materials bin, I'm going to review again. There's enough resources for a class size of 36 students. There's one other thing I want to show. So if you're a K1 teacher, kindergarten or first grade teacher, the same 5 titles, you will get the same copies as these mega flip books. So like, whose lunch is this? So you can do that modeled reading with those new emerging readers in kindergarten and first grade by sitting on the carpet, flipping through this as they are holding the text in their hands or just following along as you do that kind of story time reading in science. So K1 teachers, keep a lookout because you'll get all these as well, these big flip books. So let me review the differences you'll be receiving at your schools, the sample box, which once again is that sliver, and then for full adoption, you would get our full curriculum bins. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you in South Carolina.